So you're moving here to the Dayton area and you're considering moving to Huber Heights, but you're curious, what's the cost of living there? Well, in this video, my team and I came up with the key things that you'll need to know about the cost of living in the Huber Heights area. And you want to stick around to the end because we're going to compare Huber Heights to the national average across the United States. So stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group right here in Dayton, Ohio. If this is your first time to our channel, we do tons and tons of videos about everything you need to know about our area. As a military veteran of 14 years and now a military spouse, I've moved tons of places. And every time I move somewhere, there was always such a lack of information of what to anticipate and where to move to. That's why we created this channel for you. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button, click that little bell so that you're notified every single time we got a new video coming out. Honestly, we get tons of phone calls, emails, texts from people that are moving to this area, have some questions and need some help, and well, we absolutely love it. So if you are moving to this area, you need some help, have some questions, again, just give us a call, text, email, heck, shoot us a little paper airplane, whatever you need to do. We got your back when moving here to the Dayton area. So let's talk about Huber Heights. Well, first and foremost, why would somebody want to move to this area? Well, it's got a great location. It is approximately about 5 to 15 minutes, depending on where you are in Huber Heights, to the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. So a lot of people that have military contracts there or active duty military themselves typically like to go up to Huber Heights, or Huber as it's commonly called in the area. You're also only about 15 minutes away from the Dayton airport, and you're about 15 minutes away from downtown Dayton. Now, in Huber Heights, there's plenty of shopping. You've got the North Heights Plaza, you've got the mall at Fairfield Commons, you've got a lot of great places in Huber Heights and the surrounding areas. Also, you have great community that's very diverse, lots of military folks and retirees because of its location, and just a really good sense of community. So let's start talking about the cost of living. That's why you're here, right? So let's talk about housing. This is a real estate channel, so we got to talk about housing. All right, so if you're going to purchase a single family home, the median price of purchasing that home here as of the date of the video here in 2020 is $140,000. Now, that's a high of $530,000 and a low of $32,000. And that's probably not so great of a place. All right, so your average rent in Huber is going to be around $887. Now, the national average sits at about $184,700 for a single family home, and to rent is $949 per month. Okay, so let's talk about the cost of living and the index and where Huber Heights actually goes in. So nationally, they go ahead and they take all the different neighborhoods across the United States and they put it onto an index and compare it to the average. So that's what we're gonna do here. So let's go on some of those key points. First things first is we have goods and services. Now on that index is 103, which means that it is 3% above the national average. Let's take an event like bowling. So you want to go bowling. Well, if you're going to do so in Huber Heights, it's going to cost you around $15. Now, the national average is about $13.86. Let's talk about groceries. Groceries sits at a 94 on the index, which means it's 6% below the national average. Let's talk about going out and getting some delicious beers. Now, if you're getting beers in Huber Heights, it's gonna average around $8.99. Now, the national average is about $9.23. So you get to enjoy some delicious libations here, a little bit cheaper. Let's talk about healthcare. Now, on the index, it sits at an 85, which means it is 15% below the national average. Let's talk about a trip to the dentist. An average trip that you're going to get in Huber is going to be around $89.25. Now, the national average is around $98.38. So Housing sits at a 75 on the index, which means it's 25% below the national average. That's right, super affordable. Again, your national average for a single family home is around $184,700, and your average rent is $949 per month. Okay, talk about transportation. Transportation sits at 104 on the index, which means it's 4% above the national average. Let's take something like tire balancing. Tire balancing is going to be around $50.32 in Huber Heights, while the national average sits at $48.90. Next, let's talk about utilities. Now, utility sits at a 91 on the index, which means, you guessed it, it is 9% below the national average. To heat and cool a all-electric home in Huber Heights, it's going to cost you somewhere around $144.86 per month, while the national average sits at $167.60 per month. So saving some money there. All right, so what you have been waiting for is how does this rate overall to the rest of the United States? It sits at an 89 on the index, which means that it is 11% below the national average. So really affordable to move into the Huber Heights area. So that's all that we have for you for the cost of living in Huber Heights. If there's something that you have a question about that we talked about in this video, please leave it here in the comments below. If you have something that you really enjoyed about Huber Heights that you'd like to share, again, leave it here in the comments below. And if you are moving to Huber Heights or any of the surrounding areas in the Dayton area, again, give us a call, text, email. Be happy to help you out any way we can. Again, I'm Tim Whittemore with the Whittemore Group right here in Dayton, Ohio with eXp Realty, and we'll see you in our next video. Take care.